Well, good morning, folks. This is Susan, and I want to talk a little bit about everything this morning. I woke up with a lot on my mind because yesterday I was trying to transfer money to my son Jacob in another state. A just simple transaction. I thought, well, I'll just transfer $100 just to make sure it goes through. Make a long story short, my bank, which I will not mention the name, but my bank, it talks you through the process. You have to add the account where you want to transfer funds. So I added my son's account, the routing number first, the account, and then it proceeded to ask me for the name. So I put down my son's name. And the nickname, I put down nothing. And it would not let me go through. And there was a message on the top in yellow that, flashed at you and said, you have to put the name on this account. And I was like, well, this is a very vague term because obviously I'm trying to transfer funds to my son Jacob, but his name is Stephen Jacob, and then he has two last names. But the bank account is under Stephen, no Jacob, and then the hyphenated last name. So I put it just like it's on his account. And it would not let me go through. And the flashing message continued. You have to put the name on this account, the name this. See, this. So, is it this or this? It just depends on which perspective, right? But I'm thinking if I'm sending my son Jacob money, and this is his account and his routing number. So, I think a lot of these things are done to test where you are with your intellect or with your sanity. And so anyway, whatever. So I was like, okay, I tried it. Stephen, blah, blah. It would not let me go through. So I was like, after the third or fourth time, I put down my name and it let me go through. So even though that is, because I know all banks are connected, because I know how that can be, because that's just the way it is. It's like one big bank, like the big World Bank. Yeah. So I was thinking, I'm not anti-banking, no, not at all, because I actually applied at the Federal Credit Union before. Like, I used to have really pristine credit. That's how I was able to buy my house on Dove Lane when I was, just fresh out of the Air Force, clean credit, no debt. I was just fresh, but I've been used. So anyway, this is a Navy Federal Credit Union. So I put down my son's routing number in the bank, and I tried his name several times. They would not let me go through. So the flashing message would say, this account. I was like, whatever. I'll just put down my name. And it went through. And then it said, but we have to verify that this is your correct information. We have to verify the legitimacy of this information. And I'm like, oh, scheisse. I'm sorry. That's a bad word in Germany. But I was just like, oh my goodness. I don't want to be involved in any illegalities because I just don't. I've always been that kind of a person. I don't like to be involved in illegalities because I have a standard of living. So, I called the bank right away, and I was told by my friend, whom I thought was my boyfriend, he said, well, he was overhearing from another room because, people overhear conversations everywhere. You can be in this room and they overhear in another room, And my friend, whom I thought was my boyfriend, because he helped me set my account, because he has my social security number, because he helped me. So I trust people. Oh, yes, I do, Papa. You're watching everything. I trust, because I have no choice. So my friend overheard, my despair, because I said, I don't want to be involved in any illegalities, because now it looks like I'm doing some kind of wishy-washy business, which I'm not. And he overheard me, and he said, well, just give him a call tomorrow. I said, no, this cannot wait. So I called, and a sweet young lady, very professional. Thank God for customer service 24/7, And she helped me. She walked me through. She said, no problem, Miss Valerino. We're going to go ahead and remove that information you just provided. And if you give me your son's name, I will link it to that account. And we will transfer him $100. And it should be there by Monday because, it may not be right away because we have to check the legitimacy. I said, oh, thank you, Jesus. Because I don't want to be involved in illegalities. So, anyway. See, a little while ago, about over a year ago, I went out on a date because, I'm single or whatever. So I don't want to be out there, with people, but you have to be because otherwise you're, what is it? Antisocial, but I'm not. So anyway, I went out on a date to, was it Pensacola or Gulf Shores or somewhere in Florida. And we went dancing because I like to dance. I put on my high heels because I can dance in my high heels, y'all. I mean, like, I can dance better in my high heels than flats. Because I like dancing. Because dancing is beautiful. Because I like to wear my skinny jeans. Because, you have to be sexy. Because you have to be. Because that's what the society sells. They want you to get your eyebrows done, which I don't need anybody to do my eyebrows. I do my own eyebrows. I do my own hair. I do my own nails because I'm a simple person. But then people tell you, you don't try hard enough. You don't try hard. You've got to be sexy, sexy for a boyfriend or a husband. But then that doesn't really work out anyway because it doesn't matter how sexy you are. It doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, so I went out on this date in Florida, and we went out, the three of us, my date, and then his friend. And his friend didn't want to be third wheel because who wants to be third wheel, right? I don't want to be third wheel. No, I want to be the fourth wheel. That's right. Anyway, yeah. So his friend was the third wheel, but his friend didn't want to be third wheel, and his friend has autism. And my date was telling me, we all have autism. We're all on the spectrum. I could have autism. I could have some kind of disability and not know it, or maybe I do know it, but whatever. I can't prove it or whatever. So anyway, my date was telling me, look, we need to find my friend a date because he's lonely. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. So there was a very young, petite looking young lady dancing, provocative because they do. She was dancing with another female, and I was like, well, they're just friends. I could tell that they were just friends, because sometimes women do that at the nightclub to attract men. I've never done that. I've never danced like provocative with another woman because I'm not gay, but even if I were gay, I don't know, but women do that sometimes. It's why, anyway. So we live in that kind of world, okay? I was born in 1973. Like, I was like at my peak of my youth in the 90s, and I saw all kinds of crazy things on MTV. People get ideas, and that, we live in this world. Now, I'm not of this world, no, because I think people on earth are just right down crazy, but you think I'm crazy, so whatever, it doesn't matter. So anyway, I was at this club, and this young lady was dancing with an older woman. And I was like, well, that could be her friend, because in Latin America, we kiss each other to say hello, like mwah, mwah. We kiss each other, like even if we don't know you, we're like, oh hi, nice to meet you, mwah, mwah, mwah. Not on the lips, no, but on the cheeks, right? And then when we say goodbye, we also mwah, mwah. We're very huggy, kissy people, but we're not like kissing in the mouth. Okay, so and then we go dancing with other females in Latin America, and we bump hips. We do the little hip thing, and we may dance, but we're not like rubbing up against each other. Like here in America, I've seen people in the club, but I'm American too, and I'm Latin American. I'm black and white, but whatever. So anyway, I was on this date, and I was looking all sexy, feeling all, like I was walking on air. I can do that when I'm on my high heels. People can't believe it, because, I'm kind of like, I limp, I have a disability that but anyway, I can do that. It's like magic. Like, I feel like I'm floating because I'm a dancer. Anyway, but people don't believe me because I don't look like a dancer, but I am. So anyway, I was there at the club, and I was being told, my friend needs a date, and there was this young lady, and my friend was like, well, why don't you hook her up? And I was like, well, what do you mean hook her up? I mean, I don't know, he's got to get his own date. He's like, no, but he has autism and blah blah blah. And this young lady looked very young, and she kind of looked like an autistic child, because I think I'm autistic too, because sometimes when I'm not thinking about it, I like do some weird things, but anyway, I was thinking, oh, I don't know. So I think it was a setup, because people want to catch you doing something immoral or illegal, so they can rule you out as Jesus Christ. I have told y'all that we are Jesse us. Jesse us. Jesus. We are Jesus on earth. The body. Do you not read your Bible? Okay, anyway, but I did not grow up reading the Bible. I was told by my parents, that you have the freedom. You have the freedom to choose. I was offered alcohol as a teenager. My stepfather encouraged me to just smoke marijuana to get it out of my system as a teenager. He would ask me on a daily basis if I was a virgin. In high school, I didn't lose my virginity until after I graduated high school with my high school sweetheart, after a whole year of being together, because I'm not a virgin anymore, because we know that, because I've birthed 2 babies. I mean, but whatever. But I'm just here telling you that by the grace of God, yes, I am sane according to my Father God, not according to you. You think I'm crazy. So anyway, get this. My it ended up that the young lady was there with her parents. But what if they were police officers undercover? Because like, I think I look like a police officer undercover. I do, because, I can climb a fence if I needed to, like the adrenaline kicks in. And I did not know that I could do this, but I can climb a fence, and I can skydive in the dark in the water. But you would not think by looking at me, but I don't know. I need to be working somewhere. I need a job. Do you hear me? I need to take care of my son's needs, both of them. I have got to get a job, America. So anyway, what am I doing? So I went to Florida to dance, and I'm being told, help my friend, he's autistic, he needs a date. And this little girl looks autistic, but she wasn't little girl, she was young, whatever. And I'm thinking, okay, and everybody's getting ready to go, and I'm just like, okay, are you coming with us or what? And then her mom and dad showed up, and the little girl kept saying, no, but she didn't know, she didn't know, she didn't know. I bet you these people were all undercover cops trying to see if I was like pimping people or something, but I'm not paranoid, no, because God forbid, you know, that I'd be paranoid. But anyway, by the grace of God, God is protecting me, you know? So anyway, I was like, I don't want to be involved in any illegalities, people. So anyway, in Mobile, Alabama, we have a lot of diversity, but most people living in poverty and out in the street are Black Afro-Americans, and everybody working in the fast food restaurant is Black Afro-American. And I'm thinking, why? But anyway, that's none of my business because I'm not Southern and I'm not Black or whatever. But whatever, because I've been here in the South since I was 20 years old, and according to Maria Montessori, you're not an adult until you're 24. But then, listen to me, I sound schizophrenic, but I'm not. According to God, I'm not. I have to talk about these things because it's been on my mind all morning. Okay, now, if I were to, because when we go in the military, we have to strip, okay, down to our underwear, because the doctor has to look at your body. They have to look and see if you have any abnormalities that would disqualify you from the Air Force. And you know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I was like, I'm going in the Air Force because I have got to, you know, move on and up. And I have one leg that's longer than the other, but I was not going to make it obvious because I know what they look like because I'm a medical person, even before I was a medical person, because I know about teeth and all of that. So anyway, I was like this in my underwear, because if I were to take off my clothes right now and get down in my underwear so that you can see, you know, what I really look like, because when I put on my makeup, you think I'm a fake, you know, trying to get a date because I'm just trying to look professional to get a job, but then I'm not going to get a job. Ever am I going to get a job, because if I do, I'm a fake, and if I don't, I'm crazy. Do you see? I'm not a game, people. I am not a game. So anyway, I have one leg longer than the other, and I have an injury on my ankle, but then I lifted up my toe just so that the doctor wouldn't see that my hips were uneven and that I had a little bit of scoliosis in my back. I was like, no. So you have to get down in your underwear in front of other people you don't know, like women, right? And if I were to get down in my underwear right now so that you can see my stretch marks or whatever, you would say, okay, she is crazy, y'all. But then I don't understand why you go and dig people's stuff up. You know, how am I supposed to do this, people? I mean, if I were to get down in my underwear to show you, you would not be seen any more or any less than if I were in a bikini. But if I were in a bikini, it would be socially acceptable. But if I'm in my underwear, unless I'm in a Fruit of the Loom or some kind of a Hanes commercial, yeah. But see, a few years ago, they wouldn't have somebody like me in those commercials. You had to be like Victoria's Secret. But now people are starting to see more and more women without any touch-ups and stretch marks and cellulite, you know, because that's just like normal for American culture, you know, but whatever. Whatever. Why do people go to the gym? I mean, is it to go to the gym because you want to be perfect or because you want to be like mentally sane? See, I need to go to the gym, but I can't go to the gym without a mask. But anyway, when I went in the military, I thought I was going to be in shape, and I thought that I was going to be, you know, traveling the world and doing something important for my country, like avoiding war. Yes, like if I saw the enemy coming at me, I would shoot the enemy in the leg or the foot, and then, you know, just like be like, wait a minute, I'm coming to heal you in a minute. You just don't die, because I shot him in the foot, not in the heart. Okay, or the head or the eye or whatever. I want to know, what is the point of war? I mean, we're all in this together. And this human intelligence gathering, Central Intelligence Agencies with S for plural. Yeah. So anyway, if I lift my leg just a little bit, then this is camouflage pants. Yes. I'm looking for a job. I am looking for people to join me in the military of Jesus Christ. Yes. Woo! Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. So anyway, I was dancing, and here I am. Almost this close to getting involved in illegalities, but that young lady, I remember, she said she didn't know. And then her mom and dad were with her, but maybe they were her real parents. Maybe they were just treating their daughter. Maybe she was autistic. Maybe she was not autistic. Maybe she was just like an innocent girl, But whatever, she was in there dancing. The whole time she was dancing with another woman. It was her mom, which could have been an undercover cop. So whatever, you never know. You can't trust anybody. No, you can't trust anybody because I'm the Lolita. Okay, whatever. So anyway, I am 46 years old. I bought my house when I was 26, because I could foresee, I didn't want to be out there wandering and fiddle-farting my life around. I had my sons when I was fertile, because I'm still fertile, because I still could have a baby, but no, do I want a baby? No. Oh, God, no. No! God, no, do I want any more children? I have 2, and that's enough. Because I know proper timing. You have to, do things at the right time, That's why I got married young and had my children young. I mean, 36 was pushing it. When I had Alexander, I was almost 36. I didn't have my children when I was a teenager, nor do I criticize people that have children when they're teenagers. But, I was not thinking about sex when I was a teenager, even though my stepfather was telling me it was okay, as long as I used birth control, because he didn't want me to get knocked up. But I was not thinking about sex, no. And he was offering me beer and wine with meals because he wanted me to, enjoy, and learn, to drink responsibly. But I didn't want to be an alcoholic. I didn't even like the taste of it back in the days, to be honest with you. So I was told by my mom that people believe in God just in case. And my stepfather was telling me that, that God is real, but he doesn't understand religiosity. And there were some Mormons coming by the house, in their bikes, and they looked all wholesome and everything. And I was like, come on in. Would you like a cup of coffee or tea? And they were like, no, thank you, ma'am. We just want to talk to you about, And then they went on about, I think Joseph Smith and but whatever, it doesn't matter. I just want people to talk about God in the way they know how, according to their religion, because God doesn't have a religion. I mean, God is not going to pick a favorite religion, no, because he made us all here on planet Earth, which we really are a bunch of crazy people. Oh my God. Oh, for the love of God and Jesus, if I were to get down in my underwear for you to see me in my, in my underwear, which I wouldn't be showing any more skin or any less skin than people in a bikini or some restaurants around here, because there's a restaurant that you can go to and people serve you food like in their lingerie. Yes, that's where my friend, whom I thought was my boyfriend, took me on a first date. He took me to a place where the girls are wearing lingerie. And I was just like, I mean, men that take women on those kind of dates, it's like he was telling me he wanted to sleep with the server, and I was like, well, you don't have my permission, but if you want to do that, then don't be with me, because why are you doing this? But I think it's all like psychological, like games. Yeah, so whatever, I'm just like, okay, but thank God for my car, but it's like, the thing is about having a car, like, like people are hurting one another anymore, going into people's hotel rooms and strangling them, and then saying that they committed suicide. I mean, I'm just like, I'm not worried about death. I'm not. But it's like, what is the point of going to war for freedom if you speak your mind? Because if you don't speak your mind, then you're a hypocrite, because they're reading your mind. They're reading your mind when somebody asks you, like, do I look good in this dress? And you're thinking, but you don't want to lie to them. You don't want to hurt their feelings. So you say, yeah. And then you're a liar because they can read your mind, because there's machines that read your mind. So then you're a liar because you don't speak your mind. But if you speak your mind, then you have a big mouth. But if we speak our mind, because we have to vote. We have to vote, because if you don't vote, you are a loser, because you're not voting. Because you have to speak through your vote for your vote to count. Because if you don't vote, then you're a Jehovah's Witness or something, or a loser. Oh my God! Bless America! I am being crucified, and I am not going to accept it. People need to come to the cross with me. Oh yes, I'm gonna drag you to the cross with me, because I ain't gonna be bleeding for y'all. No, I refuse. You want somebody to come to the cross? Y'all are coming with me. Oh, yes, I am. That's right. You want somebody else to take it? You're going to take it. So anyway, when I lived in Mobile, Alabama, there's a lot of diversity. And I went into my favorite store called Seven Spices, my favorite store where I get my rose water, and such sweet people, sweet people. But there was a young man from Palestine, and him and I started having a deep conversation. Very brief, and deep. We went deep. And I was like, so what's going on over there? And how are things in your country? And he was telling me about the water being withheld. And I did not know. I started doing my own research. I need to catch my breath, because I feel like I'm going to have asthma. This is why I can't wear a mask, because it's psychological, because I have a psychological problem. So if I, according to you, have a psychological problem, then you have to understand that I cannot wear a mask, because it's psychological, and like I asphyxiate. Because have you heard of mind over body? Yeah, so I'm going to use all of y'all's philosophies, okay, and points of view, because you're the one judging me. You're coming into my privacy and judging me according to your point of view, so I'm going to put all y'all's point of view on the table. Kiss my fart. All right, so anyway... You want gas? I will give it to you. Woo! Praise the Lord. Yes. So, this young man was telling me that water was being withheld, and that for a long time, the Israeli people were taking more and more and more away from Palestine, and that was their land. And when in the Bible it says the people of Israel will be gathered, it's not just the Jews. Did you not read the book of Ezekiel where it says, Son of man, write on one stick to Judah and all of the Israelites associated with Judah. And on the other stick, which means branch, on the other stick, write to Joseph, because it's Josephram. See how it's a continuation? David, 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 river, 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 to be. I am, you are, we are. Okay, people, pay attention! Pay attention, because I am not going to be crucified, because that already happened. Yes, the blood was already shed for y'all. Okay? So I don't want any more excuse that I'm not comprehending. You're going to comprehend, because I will make sure that you comprehend. That's right. So, into the other stick, right, son of man, which is Ezekiel, to Joseph and all of the Israelites associated with him. And then in another passage in the same chapter, it says, I will come back and pick up that stick of Judah, which is in the hand of Judah, and the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, because in the Bible it says, in the book of Jeremiah 31, it says that Ephraim will be the firstborn. Okay? So remember that Joseph is a bullock in Ephraim and Joseph. Okay? The last will be the first. So the two will become one. So I want to know, what part of do you not understand about what I'm saying? It says Judah and Josephram, okay, are going to become one. And if you read your books, in the book of Ezekiel and in the book of Revelation, talks about the living creatures. The living creatures. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is a hard job, and I'm not even getting paid for this. Okay? So the living creatures. Do you not know that the wolf will live and eat with the lamb? And the lamb is the lamp. And the eye is the lamp of the body. And we are different parts, but equally important parts of the whole body. So God talks about the body of an individual, and then the body as a collective body, the whole body with different parts. And anyway, so if I were to vote, because people ask me all the time, like last election, did you vote? Did you vote? Did you vote? Did you vote? It's like, no, I didn't vote. But I had a feeling that President Trump was going to win. And I, in all honesty, thought that he was the best candidate, because I just did. Because you have to, if you're not with Trump, then you're not with Trump, or whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because no matter who it is, they're corrupt. They're the Antichrist. Whatever. Okay? Pay attention. I am not the Antichrist. I am with Christ, and Christ with me. So you better recognize. Okay. So I was thinking all this stuff this morning. It was like, lingering. Like one day I woke up, on Carlisle Close, and it was Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel. And I was like, Zerubbabel. Yes, it came to me. Zerubbabel came to me. My Joseph tree spoke to me. These things are really happening, folks. Okay? So my friend, whom I thought was my boyfriend, because anyway, it's a difficult situation. Okay, because if I had my own apartment, I would not be with anybody, because he's telling me that I need to get a rich husband, and I'm just like, it never occurred to me that I needed a rich husband, because I always envisioned myself having my own, enough money, not a lot of wealth, but just enough money to be comfortable. And to me, money does not equate love, or money does not equate, yeah. So as long as I'm healthy, like I don't drink to get drunk, I don't smoke, I desire to work out. I mean, I take the doggy out for a walk. I cook healthy, I eat healthy, I organize what I do have, I organize. Even the refrigerator, I organize the refrigerator because I don't like people wasting food. If you see what you have, then you will eat what you have because you can see it. But if you everything is in there crammed up, you don't know what's what, and people waste money. And there are people out there hungry, y'all. So that's why I wanted to have a restaurant. I wanted to have a restaurant because I like hosting, because I like wearing my jewelry. I like getting all prettied up, because I don't need to dress down in a bikini to serve tables because I didn't do it when I was 20 and I'm not going to do it now. I mean, there's a time for everything. When I was 20 years old, I joined the military. I swore to defend and protect the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, so help me God. And I went in the military, in the medical field, to save lives, And when I heard this young man from Palestine telling me these things, I was like, I feel ignorant. Because I did not know about this because it wasn't taught to me in school, or in college. So I did my own research and I'm just like, oh, this is why the PP was lingering. Because I see these rings with the K in the middle, and then I see P, 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 P. 4 sets of P's. Okay? On the uppermost level. So when you go in, it is the uppermost level. Because it's like peeling the layers of an onion to explain to you. Because it's too much information, but it's all coiled and compact. Because the circle is a square and a square is a diamond. And it's all in there. It's all in there like here and here. Oh my God bless it. Am I going to have time to do this? Okay. So as I started doing my own research, which is available in the World Wide Web, because thank God for, our windows and our telecommunication and all kinds of communication, in technology. And I was like, let me do my own research and come to my own conclusion. But it is plain as day. Okay, so the PP stands for past, present communication, because when President Eisenhower and Albert Einstein and Mahatma Gandhi, first the 3 of them came to me, besides the 3 angels that I saw between my bed and the window on Dove Lane, these 3 angels were looking at me. And this is before I saw President Eisenhower, Mahatma Gandhi, and Albert Einstein in front of me. They were not angels, the angels that I saw between my window and the bed on Dove Lane. But when they came to me, it's like, anyway. So it's a lot of information. So when I started doing my own research about Palestine, and it was like, oh, so PP is for past, present communication. It is for patience and persistence. So you have to be patient, but you also have to be persistent. Because if you're just patient and no persistence, you ain't gonna get nothing done. Okay, so this is why Dr. Martin Luther King, I could feel his echo for years, see? And so, and Maria Montessori, I could feel her to my right, because, but I'm not crazy. No, because if I am, then I would be disabled. Then you would have to recognize that I have a disability, and I would be disabled whatever I am, citizen, and I wouldn't need a sugar daddy. No, because I don't need a sugar daddy anyway. I am, my own person. I know that I have some kind of ability that can grant me a job. Oh my Lord have mercy. But anyway, and then the partition plan and the Pentagon papers, all P, but it's like, all of this revolves around men. But then PP also stands for Peter and Paul, and PP equals SS, Simon and Saul. And PP is for Peter and Paul, which Peter speaks to those of the circumcision. It's so true, Papa. This is a very delicate subject, and I have got to do it! Yes! You're coming to the cross with me! Oh, yes, I am gonna drag you! Because I want to, because I'm not going to be shedding blood for any man. No, that already happened. So, and Paul is speaking to those of without circumcision, because through faith you will be saved. That's what all this means. And so, everything revolves around the decisions that men make. In all of this partition plan, if you look, no women were involved in this decision making, because women are considered inferior to men, because in the Bible it says that the woman is supposed to be submissive to her husband. But then what you don't understand is that God is our builder and God is our husband, and he will be marrying us, the bride, and we are the wife to be. So we are supposed to be submissive to our husband. That's what that means! But you know, I'm not gonna be beheaded. No! Because I was born and raised in Panama City, Panama, Central America. Yes, thank God, you know, we are going to be ahead, not beheaded. No, that already happened, okay? So don't give me that. I am Latino, okay? I have some kind of immunity or whatever you call that. Thank God for God. So, in the Bible, it says that Judah and all the Israelites associated with Judah and Josephraim. It's a continuation, folks. It's too much information. This is why I put it on my walls. You know, because it is easier for me to express myself in writing, because I get emotional, because I am a Latino female. And you know, this is so much information. Anyway, I was looking into the partition plan, and all of the countries that voted yes, we are for that. You know, partitioning Palestine to give territory to the Jews, basically forcing Jews into Palestine. But if that were to happen in America, do you think American government or American military would allow that? Are we allowing people to come in from Mexico illegally, or even, well, we are, but oh, I don't know. That's another kind of subject, because that's, woo, hallelujah. That has to do with okay. Anyway, agriculture and identity theft and, yeah. Okay. So, that's another subject for another day. Okay. So what's happening is that for a long time, since 1947, the partition plan of 1947 was something that was done without Palestine, without any of the Eastern countries voted. They did not agree to this, because they understood. No, we wouldn't want somebody to just come into our territory, and for people from England and people from America to be making these decisions. American president did not want to be involved in that, but he had to, you know, but they felt pressured. So this is why Albert Einstein did not want to be the first president of Israel. He came to America instead. But then look what happened, how they used his genius for the atomic bomb. That's not what we need to be doing! Oh my God! This is planet Earth! Folks! Papa, these people, I tell you, these people are hard. This is a hard job. But it's not impossible with God. No. So he wants me to talk to you, but I have a disability that I get all like it gets too much information at once. And then I start to sound like I'm schizophrenic. So this is why I have to give it to you in small dosages and repetition, because repetition until all the students can move forward, because there's too much information. Because people need to catch up on, a little bit of Hebrew, because it's the alphabet for Greeks and Jews. Alpha for the Greeks and bet for the Jews. Alphabet. And that's a word that we use here in America. Yes. So anyway, this is what our children need to learn, okay? So I don't think it's right to be pushing Palestine out of their own territory, but what has been happening is that American government, I'm not making this up, and I'm not anti-government, and I'm not anti-American government! No! I am pro-government. Clean, as best we can. Folks. But apparently, according to the World Wide Web, I'm not making this up, that our American government has been assisting Israel, and Israel has been gaining more and more territory and taking Palestine people away from their own territory and leaving them without a place, or pushing them all in, and they have less and less resources, less and less land, and less water. And it's like, what is the point of complaining about, what happened to the Jews back in the, with the Nazis? If we're going to be doing it again to other people, it's like, it's not good that it was done unto you and then don't do it to other people. It's like Palestine had nothing to do with what the Jews did, what the Nazis did to the Jews. And then the Jews were taken out of their own land where they were at. But if you think about it, wherever they were at, Germany, Russia, all throughout Europe, they were European. They just happened to be Jews by religion, by faith. But that did not, it's like your faith, you can be a Muslim anywhere in the world. You can be a Christian anywhere in the world. You can be a Jew anywhere in the world. That gives nobody the right to purge certain people out based on their religion. But it happened. But when God talks about the Israel, coming together, Judah and Israel is a new covenant. Read it for yourself in Jeremiah 31. This is not the New Testament. This is Old Testament. Okay? This is a message for the Jews. To Judah. Do not fear nor fight your brother, for he is waiting for you to talk and share my bread and wine and water, and I, the Spirit, shall be there within you and him. Let's go up together today. So it's a 50-50, the land of Palestine and Israel, because Israel, the country, is a country, but it's not the whole of Israel. The Israel is that, like the land is the whole earth, and the restored earth. The whole land is the earth of our inheritance, because we will inherit, we will inherit the promised land, which is from God, because God already created Eden on earth, but we, by our disobedience, we messed it up. So his hand is going to be with us. He's going to be with us, within us, and above us, like the helping hand above ours, to make sure that we don't, I don't want to say screw it up, but I mean, I don't know another term for screw it up. Okay, so anyway, we are going to be with God, and God is going to be with us, because we'll do it right with God. Because without God, we screw it up. Because I don't know another synonym for screw it up. I mean, do you? I mean, okay, so I'm not the best speaker. No. But if I were the best speaker, then it probably wouldn't be effective. So this is why I was chosen, because I'm like in the middle, neither too white, nor too black, nor too Hispanic, nor too American. And I'm not too professional, but I can be if I wanted to. But, sometimes you just have to do it like in the middle. But you're coming with me, because I ain't going to be bleeding for y'all. No, that already happened. The blood was already shed by a man, the Son of God. And you're coming with me to the cross of Christ. Not for bloodshed. No. So America needs to stop, encouraging a group of people to take other people out of their own land, because people complain, oh, but those Muslims are coming over here, and we don't want them over here because they're the enemy. They're the ones who blew up our towers and do you see what's happening? Oh my God! Bless America! What is happening? Is all of this hatred among you? What am I supposed to do with you people? Ah! I'm not anti-American government, or anti-Palestine culture, or anti-Israel. No! And you're